Oh, do I have to talk about this episode? Fine. 28 Pranks Later is the new episode of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic, and yeah, the name is based off of 28 Weeks Later, actually a very solid horror movie, so this must be a solid episode, right? It must be a great episode that I really enjoyed, because I've been really looking forward to this episode for a very long time, and it actually looked really awesome once I saw the word Zomponies. Don't get me wrong, this episode isn't bad in the sense that Applejack's Day Off was a terrible episode, which it was. But it's not good in a way that A Heartwarming Tale was a phenomenal episode with everything that was done right. This episode really did not cut it for me after watching it. It just felt like it really held back with what it could be. Yes, I wasn't expecting actual zombified ponies, but I was expecting more than what I got. So basically, this episode starts off with Rainbow Dash pranking Fluttershy by pretending to be a crazy demon changeling, it looks like. Foreshadowing, maybe. And yeah, just being an asshole to Fluttershy. You would have thought by now that Rainbow Dash would actually understand that, oh hey, Fluttershy is actually a sensitive pony, and hey, maybe I actually realized that after 6 seasons, but no. It looks like Rainbow Dash still doesn't understand that Fluttershy is who she is, that she will be scared by something like this, and I think that's just dumb right there. She then gets told off by the main 6 in the castle, and then goes on to prank everyone else for some reason, because Rainbow Dash is a dick. Like, she is not being in character this episode. She's way out of character. Especially after 6 seasons, you would have thought she'd learned something about this, but it doesn't look like it. She's still Season 1 Rainbow Dash that pranked everyone, which I do not like. So, like I said, she goes on to prank everyone, and I literally mean everyone. She basically takes a box of cookies and replaces it with her own joke cookies, which I don't know what's in them. Probably actual rainbows from Cloudsdale for all I know. But she replaces them in the CMC's cookie sale because they're being cookie sale girls, I don't know, but they sell all the fake cookies to all the ponies in Ponyville, and everyone basically goes against Rainbow Dash because Pinkie Pie said so, becomes these pony zombies, or pretends to become these pony zombies, against Rainbow Dash, and yeah, she sort of, eventually, she learns to not prank everyone, that people will actually be offended by this and will be upset because not everyone finds her pranks as funny as she does. That's basically the main concept of the episode and what happened. As for what I actually thought of the episode, I thought it just wasn't good. I just didn't like it. Again, the reason I like Heartwarming Eve so much, or Heartwarming Tale so much, sorry, is because everything was so phenomenal in that episode. The storytelling was phenomenal, the pacing was phenomenal, the music, the characters, the writing, it was so good. This episode just kind of falls flat on a lot of those things, and I really didn't like it. It just felt so shallow. I didn't enjoy this episode too much. Yes, okay, the last quarter of the episode or so with the actual zombie ponies was actually quite entertaining, but again, it wasn't what I wanted, and it wasn't as good as I expected it to be. Maybe it's because I've been watching so much Steven Universe recently, and I've been getting so much action, so much intrigue, and so much awesome into my shows, and maybe watching an episode of My Little Pony now has sort of fallen flat on that now, but maybe that's just me for watching a bunch of awesome Steven Universe, but yeah. Maybe my expectations are way too low, but this episode just really fell flat for me and I couldn't get into it. I mean, the first 3/4 or half of the episode really didn't spark me at all. I really didn't enjoy it. I wasn't talking through most of my reaction because I didn't enjoy it, and I didn't have anything interesting to say throughout the reaction. And again, there just wasn't anything in this episode for me. Again, this episode had a new writer, so someone who has never written for the show before wrote this episode, which I will give them credit. This episode wasn't bad for their first time writing an episode. If you look at something like Applejack's Day Off, which was also written by 2 new writers, that was an awful episode, and that is one of my worst episodes of MLP altogether, not just Season 6, but this episode was sort of in the middle of them both, like way in the middle. It wasn't as good as A Heartwarming Tale, but it definitely wasn't as bad as Applejack's Day Off. It was okay, and I didn't really enjoy it that much, but again, I could totally watch it again and maybe think of it a bit better, but these are my first thoughts and this is my review of the episode. So overall, I didn't hate the episode, but again, I didn't like most of it. It wasn't until like the last part of the episode with the actual Zomponies that I started to actually get into the episode. I am quite happy that they actually used the term zombies though, because I thought it would have been something else in Equestria, but yeah, I'm just a bit disappointed by the episode, and I would have thought it'd have more to it. It wasn't what I wanted, and honestly, there are better episodes out there. There are better episodes for you to go watch than this. Just because it's zombie ponies that look nothing like zombies, don't get me wrong, I know they were supposed to be zombie ponies, but they look nothing like zombies, man. It's just, it disappointed me a lot, and there are much better episodes that I would rather watch than this one. Anyway, overall, I'm gonna give this episode a C. It was okay. Just okay. That's all I can give it, and if any of you guys disagree with me, or even agree with me, go ahead and comment down below and tell me what you guys thought of the episode. I would love to know what you guys thought. But those are my thoughts on 28 Pranks Later. Next episode is the Changeling episode, the one we've all been waiting for. I am very much looking forward to this. I shouldn't have such high expectations like I did for this one though, so I'll try to lower them for next week. But anyway, this is my review. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next week with another review.